Hello everybody and welcome to my channel. I feel like I haven't actually done an intro. My name is Sierra. I am currently a stay-at-home mom, but I have a Bachelor's of Arts in teaching English as a second or foreign language, and I am a lifestyle and travel photographer. If you have been following me for a while, then I'm sure you've read my blogs and seen my work. I'm not really sure what I'm going to do with this YouTube channel yet. I've just kind of been filming everything that might go in our niche, but also I want this space to be a space of joy, fun videos, and I want to be able to capture stuff from Evelyn and our happy little moments to be able to watch back on later when they're older. So my niche, if I have to have one, would probably be travel, photography, and family. But I have a feeling that this YouTube channel is going to encompass so many other types of videos. But today, on the topic of travel, we are going to talk about some traveling tips with a baby. We have gone across the world. We've gone to Japan, we've gone on multiple car rides, many trips with Evelyn, and there's a lot that we've learned. I'm by no means a travel expert on the topic of traveling with a baby, but we've learned a lot, we've read a lot, and I just wanted to share those with you guys. My first tip would be to allow extra time. So we just went on a trip to see my grandparents in Grundy, Virginia. That's about an 8-hour trip, but we knew we would have to stop halfway and maybe make a couple 15-minute stops in between for diaper changes and letting the dogs go to the bathroom. So we planned for that extra time, woke up early, and had plenty of time to do what we needed to do throughout the trip and get there by dinner time. My second tip would be to lower expectations. Your expectations when you're traveling, when you're at your destination sightseeing, when you're packing. Being a parent, especially with a baby or now a toddler, there are going to be a lot of difficulties, a lot of hiccups, a lot of things that might cause you stress, but my recommendation is just to lower expectations, and it's okay. I think that we as parents should all form a happy community. If somebody's struggling, then I think other moms should go out and offer their help as well. Evelyn and I did a solo trip to Florida over spring break to meet my cousin and my grandparents, and I can't believe how many people at the airport were offering to help me and help Evelyn if we needed it. Tip number 3, I would recommend either packing the night before or packing really early in the morning before you even get your baby up and in the car, because it is going to be so much harder to pack your car and or your belongings with a baby running around. Evelyn likes to unpack everything as soon as we pack a bag. We'll turn around and she'll have it all on the floor again. So I recommend packing early. Tip number 4, I would say to either drive during nap time if you have a short trip, or drive at night if you can. I know driving at night is really hard for some people. My family, we've always had whoever's going to drive first go to bed early and sleep until we leave. And then everybody else sleeps in the car and we switch about halfway through, or whatever works for you. Tip number 5, changing the diaper in the car or learning to change it on the go in general. You never know if a rest stop is going to have a changing station. You never know if right now if a rest stop is going to be open or if restaurants are going to have changing stations. So pack a changing pad and make sure there's a spot in the car to lay your baby or your toddler down so that you can comfortably change the diaper in the car. Tip number 6, tag team. I know that I just talked about how Evelyn and I went on a solo trip. That was only for a couple hours, so it was nice and easy, and we had already gone on flights before, so I was already well aware of what was going to happen, what to expect. We were going during nap time. I have already had some practice. But if this is your first trip, or if you're new to traveling with a baby, first time mom, first time parent, I would highly recommend tag teaming, whether that be your husband, your partner, your boyfriend, a best friend, grandparent, parent, whoever it is. Use the buddy system. It just makes everything so much easier, and somebody's there to give you a hand or to let you know that stressing is okay. We'll get through it. Tip number 7, breastfeeding while traveling, if you can, is very beneficial. You don't have to bring as much equipment. You don't have to worry about warming up a bottle or anything. And if you can, if you are comfortable with it, you can even nurse while they are in a baby carrier. That was one of the things that helped us a lot in Japan. We didn't have to worry about bringing milk. We didn't have to worry about bringing a pump or anything like that. I just wore layers and I breastfed her in the carrier. Along with breastfeeding, pack layers. If you have a tank top, a breastfeeding tank top, that will help, and then you wear a shirt or multiple long sleeve shirts underneath. If it's cold, I always wore a long sleeve turtleneck and then a sweater, and I would pull up the sweater and pull down my long sleeve shirt or anything like that. Another recommendation with breastfeeding, if you're going on a long car ride, I like to bring my hand pump or pack my Baby Buddha's car charger pump. Highly, highly, highly recommend that. Then you're not having to stop all the time, or it would be really less frequent stops because you already have that bottle ready to go. Tip number 8, pack a cooler. That will help store all of your breast milk, all of your bottles, snacks, because you're going to want to pack snacks. Toddlers love snacks. And it will also help keep their mind off the car or off toys if they're already getting bored of their toys and whatever else you guys might be doing. Tip number 9, keep supplies nearby, and always, always, always make sure you have backups in the car. We've learned this from backpacking, from going on day hikes, from canoeing for multiple days. We have now learned to keep a separate duffel bag, in addition to everything else that we've been packing. Keep a separate duffel bag with clothes for each of us, snacks for each of us, like anything that we may need in addition to our trip in the car, so that when we get back, we can hydrate, we can refuel, relax, put on dry socks if we need dry socks. I highly, highly recommend packing light if you can. We normally go on our trips with 2 dogs, our baby, us, and all of our equipment, so we either cram everything to one side, that way I can get in the back seat and play with Evelyn if I have to, or pack everything up on top of the car. And either way, we try to pack really, really light. For our trip to Japan, we actually only packed a few outfits per person, and we utilized the fact that Japan has coin laundries in almost every street. So if you have that option, plan ahead. Make sure your Airbnb or your homestay or wherever you're going has coin laundry nearby, or built-in washer and dryer units. Wear your baby. It is going to make things so much easier, whether you're going on a plane or going on a car ride. Packing the stroller or the wagon or all of those extra little things that you might want to push your baby in is going to make packing so much harder. It's going to give you so much more equipment. Bring a carrier. I recommend bringing both a carrier and a baby sling or a wrap. That way, if one gets dirty, you have the other as a backup. And both of ours squeeze and pack nice and small, so it really helps for minimal packing. My last tip would be to have special car toys. Either go to the dollar store or some cheap store and pick them up a new little toy that will entertain them for a little bit, or just have special toys during toy rotations if you do that in the car. That way when your baby or your toddler gets in the car, they will think that this toy is brand new. They'll feel so much new emotions with the toy, and it'll cause some extra excitement and allow them to fully play with the toy and keep themselves busy for a little bit longer than they would have if it was a toy that they always play with. And with toys, I would also recommend packing familiar toys for later when you get to the location, and familiar blankets and other things so that they feel more comfortable, and for Evelyn especially, it helps her sleep better. Those are all the travel tips I have for you right now. I hope you enjoyed them. I hope they were useful. I hope that this helps relieve some stress for the next time that you guys go on a trip. And as always, thank you for watching. I'll see you next time.